Welcome to part 8 of Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways. It's about time for a boss fight.
It's close. I need to put that thing down. That's it. Come on now. This spot will do.
Look at all of those conveniently placed barrels.
Can't stand the clingy type. Time to end this for good.
It was you three the whole time! And this boss fight is better than the original in every possible way. No more going through a stupid switch maze, this is just a straight up fight with no gimmicks. U3 has a couple of different attacks at its disposal, including that stupid mind control attack. I hate that. The creature will shoot massive needles at Ada. These are just easy enough to dodge by going left or right. The needles also just so happen to act as mines too, so you don't want to walk over to where they land. Most of his other attacks are melee based, some you can dodge and others you can parry. Like that one attack he just did, but it was out of range, so it just missed completely, but that was a dodgeable attack. Some of these other press circle to dodge prompts show up extremely quickly, so you have to be prepared. Ow, you douche! U3 is pretty spongy in this phase, but nothing my weapons cannot handle.
Exactly as I expected.
Here's phase 2 of the boss fight. This is where shit gets real. Not only is U3, or I should say the tail end of U3, more mobile, but it does more damage. It will also climb onto the walls and ceilings. How the hell did that even hit me? As well as burrow into the earth in order to escape damage for a couple of seconds. The attacks from U3 are harder to dodge and more dangerous than its first form, but it's easier to stun the thing. How do I even dodge that? You're a cheating bitch, you three. The weak points on the boss is very obvious. It's always going to be the glowing parts of the creature. And anything from a shotgun blast will stun the thing in at least 4 hits. When it gets super stunned to where it can't do anything, that's your chance to press the R2 button. That was a cheap shot. Oh, come on. Just like with the first form, you 3 will throw down these pus-like landmines. Don't walk over these things or else they'll explode. After a while, if you don't interact with them, they'll just explode anyway. Having you 3 in Ada's campaign is, it's different, but it was to be expected. There was a lack of you 3 in the main game itself, and that definitely did not happen in the original. I want to say that during this time frame of the original game, Ada's going through a shipyard, but I'm not quite sure how events played out in order in that game. It's been a while since I played the original separate ways. But here's where the story of the remake takes a slight detour from the story of the original. And that's definitely something I can appreciate. I'm not even sure if that's supposed to be an eyeball or a glowing orifice, but you definitely want to stab it there. Once you stab U3 once, Navistadors will come to run interference, but they die in 1 hit, so they're not that big a deal.
Now, to find Luis.
That vomit scene I might have to cut around. I'm not sure how YouTube is with graphic imagery like that, but there's some timey, so not gonna risk it. Or maybe I will, I don't know. Honestly, the scene itself is not that bad, but YouTube is some timey with their rules.
Ada! A bad guy. Krauser just stole the amber. Leon's fighting him now.
I'm on my way.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to make it. I'll send you my files. They should help.
The amber, Luis. Where is it?
Thank you for the chance to do good again.
What are you saying?
I'm grateful. Like I said, I'm just your good old Samaritan. How about you help Leon when I'm gone, eh? Speaking of... sounds like he needs me. Leon!
Luis, the goodbye's gonna have to wait. You're not getting away. Leon, there's only time to say this once, so listen up. They took your friend to the top of the clock tower. If you hurry, you might get there before she turns into one of them.
So you aren't heartless after all. I guess I should be thankful.
Yeah, you should. Now, back to Krauser.
Looks like Ada's gonna fight Krauser just like in the original. Boy, I'm excited for this. Wait, what do you mean she doesn't fight Krauser in the remake? Oh man, that was the best boss fight. Okay, fine, I'll just settle for a Crusher gimmick. Because Capcom really likes their Crusher levels. It works in Mega Man all the time. Except when it doesn't. Okay, Crusher gimmicks never worked in Mega Man. I'm just lying. But this next section is indeed a Crusher gimmick.
How do you get over there so fast?
I don't know, maybe he has a grappling hook. Sort of like you do. So why aren't you using it to catch up to him? But no, Ada has to take a detour in order to catch up with Krauser, who's probably in Rhode Island by now. Man, Ada, can you actually be 2 steps ahead of the person you need to be ahead of instead of toying around with Leon? Oh yeah, and Ada is, cured. Yeah, she just had to cough up the plagueis, that's it. She's not ill anymore. I'm not sure how that happened so quickly for Ada. It took Ashley and Leon a whole couple of episodes in order for them to get over theirs. Ada's just built differently, I guess. Anyway, let's find a way to get that gigantic door open. Just gonna run past this guy and roll underneath the door. Nothing too bad, but here's the pathway of patience. This place can be very dangerous because of the one-hit kill blocks. But the good thing is the merchant is here, so nothing to worry about too much. First things first though, we need to turn the crushers on in order to move forward. That's kind of the catch-22 to all this. You have to activate the hazards in order to get through the hazards. Send a maniac to catch a maniac, the famous line from Demolition Man. That's kind of a similar practice here. Except Ada is... Well, actually, no, she is kind of a maniac. Never mind.
Crossing your T's, dotting your I's, that's the way to be.
Still don't have enough for the rocket launcher. And I don't think I have space for the crossbow. Yeah, I kinda goofed. The crossbow is pretty neat. The bolts are explosive so you can take out groups of enemies, but it takes a while for it to reload. So you don't want to get into the habit of missing with that weapon. Going further down into the cave, there are several Ganados just roaming around here. And this guy you could just back attack with ease. I'm not even joking when I say this, whenever Ada is able to do the kick to the back of the head, it is almost guaranteed instant kill. That's something that Leon Suplexes is not as lucky to pull off an instant kill with. Now the area is safe. I don't have to worry about goons popping up from behind me. I don't even know why you're still bringing these shields out, mate. You know that shit's gonna get pulled away from you immediately. I don't even know why you're trying. Anyway, we got guys up above, but we also got this conveniently placed piece of cover right here. So I'm gonna try and get rid of these guys as quickly as I can. Some of the music in the DLC has been taken straight from the 2005 game, and the original soundtrack is pretty good stuff, so that's a plus in my book. Here's where dreams go to die. By pulling that valve, you'll activate the crushers. And you better be careful because one wrong move will send you back to a checkpoint. Yeah, I know, the infamous Jill sandwich line. But you want to take your time here. This place is not called the Pathway of Patience for nothing. But at the end of this hallway, which is the pathway you came from, there's going to be a couple more enemies around the corner. Ouch. I love the kick to the back of the head. Not only does Ada do like 50 spins and flips and stuff, kind of like that, but it's also the sound effect of the hit connecting. It's just perfect. It's chef's kiss. Let me go off of the beating path because there's a treasure in one of these pathways. And you still gotta be careful because there are crushers in the off route too. Alright, that's the perfect time to book it. And in this chest is going to be a depraved idol. Which doesn't look that depraved, but maybe it's just me. Maybe the actual god or deity that the idol is based off of is depraved. I don't know. There is an enemy between the crusher segments, so you may have to take him out in order to proceed. Or maybe find some way for the Ganado to get himself crushed. That was pretty easy. I just gotta avoid these crushers. And after these two crushers, we should be out of the cave. I'm surprised those plumes of smoke don't get into Ada's eyes and affect her vision when she's close like that. But then again, this is a video game, and video games do video gamey things. Anyway, there's one more section with these enemies to go through. Or more specifically, there's two more, but the second one doesn't really count because there's only like 2 or 3 enemies total. The enemy selection for the part after this cutscene is sparse to say the least. Wow, you guys and your shields. Don't you ever learn? Oh, wait, they can't learn because the plagueis inside them has eaten their brain. There are going to be a couple of snipers up ahead, but they are conveniently placed next to barrels, so I don't know why that's the case, but so that's a thing. It's like a sniper's favorite place is right next to a flammable barrel. Yeah, she won't spot me in this location. Not at all. Oh man, these guys are dumb. The snipers are taken care of. There's at least one other enemy that has a head biter, so you gotta be careful.
I was afraid of that.
It didn't sound like you were, Ada. Where the hell did this guy come from? That always seems to happen. We got a straggler afoot. But yeah, head biter. I'm not gonna use my flashbang for this guy because that'll just be a waste. They do have projectile attacks, but they take a long time to shoot. In fact, you're in more danger if they're close to you instead of far away.
Ashley! Such a fool, Mr. Kennedy, to have been bestowed with Lord Sattler's grace, and yet failed.
Good boy. Just keep him busy a little longer.
Report.
Krauser has possession of the amber.
You continue to disappoint me.
I'll have it back before long.
See that you do. The mission must proceed as planned.
Understood. Gotta keep the client happy.
Oh, Wesker. You see, there needs to be a Resident Evil 5 remake just so we can see what Wesker's about to do. But the thing is, I don't know if I want Resident Evil 5 just yet, or if I want a Resident Evil 9. You see, I'm kind of... No, I want Resident Evil 9. And there's also a minority that wants a Code Veronica remake and a Zero remake. Okay, I guess. Code Veronica, I did like. Zero, nah, not that much. But you see, I do want Zero to be better, so I kind of do want a remake of that game eventually. But again, it's gotta add a lot more to Zero's formula than what was already in that game.
Leon.
Ah, damn it.
Looking for something?